Hey you guys. So, I finished up um, the 11 pamphlet journals that I started. Oh, I guess I actually technically started these a long time ago, but I haven't worked on them, meaning like a couple months ago. Hadn't worked on them for quite a while. So I had pulled them out on Sunday and assembled signatures for them and kind of got them ready to finish up. And so I've finished all of them and just have a couple things I need to do still on some of them. Um, Namely the eyelets that I'm adding on them. Um, I'm adding one here and then one on the back on the bottom. Sorry, I didn't realize I forgot I had zoomed in since, well, I'm supposed to zoom in. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the rest of them. Some of them I haven't done that yet. But anyway, so yeah, I wound up with 11 altogether. Um, and I think I have 6 of them already listed. One of them actually sold. Um, but yeah, so the rest of them are, I think, still there. If the one that actually I know for sure sold, that'll be shipping out on Monday. So just so you know, um, if you're watching, I don't know. But yeah, so I'll just kind of give you guys a run through on these little journals. They're all sort of about the same size. Just a few little like variations, like um, this one's a little bit taller, this one's a little bit wider. So, but in general, these guys are, let's see, I hate this ruler. um, so they're right about 4.5, so between 4.5 and 4 by 7. Some might be like 6.5 or something. Actually, this one is 6.5. This one is 6 3/4. How does that work? 6.5. Yeah, 6.5, I guess. Anywho, I know I'm a dingling. This one's kind of smaller, and I actually priced this one a little bit lower than the others. This one's 3.5 by 6.5. So this guy here, he's about 4.25 by 7.5. So this one's a little bit larger. So that kind of gives you an idea of, the sizes. Each one, single signature, lots of pockets and, ephemera and journaling cards and things like that in each one. I'll just, do like a kind of a halfway flip through on them and give you an idea of what's in each one. I did do some kind of tab on each one, fabric or something like that. I used some of my trims and lots of the little tags that I've made recently. Of course, some of my family photos, envelopes, and there's going to be something in each pocket or envelope that's in each one. Depending on how fat they were, I wound up, I'll do like the little clusters of, not clusters, but clusters and bundles. Get it straight. There's a difference between a cluster and a bundle, all right? In some of them, I did do little bundles of paper and tags and stuff like that in a paper clip. So, but this just gives you an idea of kind of what's going on in each one. Pretty quick little flip through here. But I used some of the advertising that, I've decoupaged onto just some paper recently. Some of this stuff that's super old. I mean, this is from 1880s, and this is the actual, page from the book, and it's decoupaged onto some paper. Actually, a magazine, Same with this, I just, glued it onto some cardstock. So, but yeah, because that's some of that advertising is super, super thin and really old. So, yeah. So any of these ones that are tied, they wrap around from the back first. Just FYI, that's how the ribbon or closure actually will tie into a nice bow. And then some of them have a hitch post. I started using just like a little gear or a cog or something on some of my hitch post closures. I really like the way this one turned out. Actually, I mean, I like all of them, but I just like the feeling of this one. I like the colors. Very neutral with just, a little bit of color splashed here and there. Yeah, so random. A good percentage of the paper that's in all of these little guys, especially is vintage paper, from one source or another. Very little new paper in these. Yeah. All right. And this guy, I don't remember. No, I don't think I have flipped through this one before. This was one that I was working on the live stream on Sunday. It's just cute. Like it has like this old someone's electric bill, from New York State Electric and Gas Corporation. And that is like the bill, you know what I mean? It's not a copy or anything. It's just just super junky and fun, I did a lot of flip out pages like that. And you'll see a lot of them are they're just cut short so that they actually fit in the book. I use some coffee dyed trims and some butterflies here and there, playing cards, old vintage playing cards. 1930 on this envelope. I don't know what that was from. Tax collector. Some rickrack. Coffee dyed a whole bunch of rickrack one day. All right. So there's that little guy. And this is, I'm calling him the Red Devil. Excuse me. Okay. Another weekly lesson in history. So yeah, there's two of those. I don't know how I'm going to differentiate them in the shop, but one will probably say green green closure, and the other one will probably say white closure or something like that. And I use some of those little word tab tags or whatever that I made last week. So some glassine bags, excuse me, envelopes here and there. Kind of industrial, sort of. I guess I am starting to classify my junk journals somewhat industrial, yeah. So, actually had a customer refer to it as industrial, and I thought, that's actually kind of right on, And I noticed that I've forgotten to put something in some of these front pockets. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put a library card in that one. And then another little piece of coffee dyed paper. So yeah, I guess it's taken me probably 3 months to complete all of these. Yeah, see, here's one of those words that I made. Those little tags. Little flip outs. Yeah, there's some pretty old paper in these. And there's another one that I forgot to do. I'm slipping. I'm going to put one of these little, I made a bunch of these little cards the other day. It has these kind of like really old like floral illustrations. And yeah, so I just kind of printed them out and then cut a whole bunch of them up and just inked around the edges and stuff. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I'll do that just all day, just make tags or, you know, not even think about a journal necessarily, just make embellishments. So I started, you know, with on Sunday, I guess I started, you know, I made the signatures for these. And then that night, I guess I stitched them all together. And then, yeah, so then finished them all up yesterday and today. So I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. I just think it's so cool. It's just like a little recipe book for molasses. And then I attached one of my little cutout butterflies that's coated with embossing powder, you know, about 3 or 4 layers of embossing powder. And this thing is like stuck on there good. It's not going anywhere. It does kind of, you know, stick up from the surface a little bit, but you know, it's attached on there very firmly. Just saying. It looks like it's fragile, but it's not. It's very sturdy. I went with a lot of yellow, I think, in this book. Just, you know, mainly because of the cover. And then on some of these little tabs, I use some postage, and my hands are just covered with ink all the time. Anyway, I used some postage, and so it's almost like a little tuck spot there. I keep trying to remember to use my stickers, but I keep forgetting. Like, I always just forget about stickers. So I've been using them, like, kind of like giving them away in my shipments. And, yeah, but it's funny because I always want to buy stickers. I always want more stickers, but I hardly ever use them. This one has a lot of these little tags in it that, you know, I made last week. A lot of them. Anyways, I love this journal. It's so cute. Oh, I didn't do that right, but that's okay. All right. And then this guy, this is another one of the premium receipt booklets for the Western and Southern Life Insurance Company. So this was like, you know, you would keep this book at home, and then your insurance man would come around, and you would pay him the premium, and then he would record it in the book for you. So, or you could record it in your book, I guess, but it's kind of how that used to work. And I used some of my old family pictures and stuff in this book, and you know, more of the same, I guess. It's kind of hard to say that. I mean, of course, each one is completely different, you know. It has, every one of them has different ephemera and different, you know, papers and stuff like that. But in a way, I mean, they all have a similarity, you know. I actually made a executive decision about a week and a half ago, something like that, a couple weeks ago. I decided that I'm gonna open myself to the idea of doing custom journals, custom books for people, with some limitations, but yeah, so I've decided that that might be something that, you know, that would be good for me to do. So just throwing it out there. If you're interested in, you know, talking about that or something, shoot me an email and we can look at what the possibilities are, you know. But yeah, I decided that that might be kind of fun, and it would help me kind of expand my horizons and do some different stuff, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of these little from those illustrations that, you know, I printed out. There's a lot of those in this book. All right. So that is the 9th one. We have 2 more, guys. 2 more. Okay. So let's do this one. Another yellow journal. Visitors to the European Command. It's just like a book for tourists, I guess. This one I actually wound up doing like when I made the cover, I wound up doing like pockets on the inside with the lace. So a little pocket right there with the organza drawstring bag. Some handwritten letters in all of these too, which I think are really neat. And there's, you know, 4 or 5 pieces of, you know, paper in each of these little bundles. I used an altered paper clip on this one. This is one of those little envelopes that I made the other day. Lots of book paper, vintage books. Of course, you know, each of these is some sort of a pamphlet, right? So, you know, I've used a lot of the paper that came out of these pamphlets in a lot of these too. So, like, here's the from the Lathe book. You know, like this is for well, actually, oh, this one right here. This is the Lathe like catalog. So here's one of the pages from it. I also don't use my washi tape as much as I need to. I use it like when something needs tape, but I don't use it as much as I probably could. Probably because I'm bored with it. I don't know. But I refuse to buy new washi tape until like I've used what I have, you know what I mean? So I have washi tape, but I'm kind of bored with it. Anyway, it's a dilemma. Maybe we should do a washi tape swap in our group, in our Facebook group. So here's the last one. This is number 11. Kind of a tall, almost like traveler's notebook size journal. It's pretty fat, but you know, if you took out a lot of the stuff that I've inserted in here, none of them are really that thick. But so there's a real pretty little butterfly on the front here. Little pocket on the front, inside front. Flip out. More journaling cards and a couple of little tuck spots in this one. Altered paper clip. Some kind of a receipt from, I don't know, some kind of receipt from somewhere. A lot of the stuff from all of these pamphlets is from like the 40s and early 50s. All right, so that wasn't too terribly bad. 20, almost like 22, 23 minutes to look through 11 journals. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. So I will get the rest of these listed. Like I said, one of them has sold, so for sure. I mean, there may be more that have sold and I'm not aware yet, but I know for sure that one of them is sold. So, but just look on there within the next couple of hours if you're interested in one, you know, because I mean it's late right now, but people might be getting up early or whatever. So I'll get this video uploaded right away. So it's almost like 2 a.m. right now. So if you get up early, you might be seeing it like, you know, in the morning. But anyway, so thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. And don't forget to like the video. Just give it a quick thumbs up, you know, before you hang up. And then if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do that and click on the little bell when you do that. And then you'll get notifications and stuff like that when I make new videos or when I go live, you know, on live stream and that kind of stuff. So, all right. Well, listen, thanks for watching again. Have a great weekend coming up and take care. I love you guys. Bye.